Greetings, Dr. Tao here, and we're out here in nature, just enjoying the sunlight. About to do a workout here shortly. But before I do, I want to touch on the importance of sunlight and how it stimulates the immune system and how it's used for clairvoyancy as well. And so, when we're speaking about medicine or health, we have to understand that every different race has a different standard, basically, when it comes to health. So, in this field called ethnomedicine, we have to consider those differences when it comes to addressing certain mineral or vitamin deficiencies. So, for example, Caucasians tend to have a sulfur center in their cellular structure. Asians have a keratin center in their cellular structure, and African or black people have a selenium center in their cellular structure. These differences actually sway and change the lab values when it comes to iron, potassium, calcium, a lot of different things of that sort. Now, the importance here is, as black people, we have to understand that sunlight is what keeps our immune system working properly. And if we don't have enough of that, then the body doesn't transfer sunlight, which is vitamin D, into its active form, which is vitamin D3. Now, the important thing about vitamin D3 is the liver turns that into a cholesterol, and that's the cholesterol that the body actually uses, not cholesterol from what people say from foods or dairy and stuff like that. The body creates its own cholesterol from sunlight, from converting from vitamin D3 to the liver, which turns into the active form of vitamin D3 into the liver to the active form and turns that into a cholesterol. So the thing about vitamin D3 is it's actually a precursor to calcium. So, to have a proper amount of calcium in the body has to have a proper amount of vitamin D3. Now, if you don't have enough calcium in the body does a kind of a tricky thing here. And matter of fact, I'll go into a quick story here. So, when the Africans left Northeast Africa and went to the glaciated parts of the world during the time of the Ice Age or whatnot, then it is said that parts of the Africans lost their pigmentation. Now, whether this is true or not, I just want you to kind of follow what this is basically saying here. The people who went into the glaciated parts of the world, whether it be Africans or whoever they were, they developed a lot of rickets when they moved further away from the equator. Now, humans were never really meant to live beyond or below 36 degrees of the equator. And when that happened, the body had to somehow acquire more vitamin D3. Now, the vitamin D3 is, like I said before, is a precursor to calcium. And so the body can't produce enough vitamin D3. The body tries to produce its own calcium, which it struggles to do. And the calcium actually goes up to the brain. Now, when the archaeologists did studies on the bodies that were traveling towards Northeast Africa, towards the glaciated parts of the world, like Denmark and Sweden and these parts of the world, they found that the bodies developed rickets. And rickets is actually a calcium deficiency. And rickets, I'm not sure you're familiar with that, but it's basically when the bones curve in and they're smaller stature and everything. And they found that many plethora of bodies were found to have rickets in them. On top of that, the calcium actually was not in the skeletal structure, but in the brain itself. And it went into a certain part of the brain called the pineal gland. And this is where we get the whole calcified pineal gland from. So we understand that when people are not exposed to the sun or have enough sunlight on a daily basis, their pineal gland becomes calcified. And if you know anything about the pineal gland, that's your spiritual gland, which people call the third eye, or sits below the third eye. And is what keeps you in tune with your spirit, keeps you clairvoyant, clairaudient, clear, basically, I would say psychic in a certain way. So when this part of the body was calcified, the pineal gland, which is overwhelmingly found in people of non-African descent, especially by the age of 12, most of their pineal gland is already calcified, which cuts them off from their spirituality, which cuts them off from their connection with nature and all things to do with nature. So if you ever find someone who just has no connection with nature, their pineal gland is most likely calcified, on top of the water being highly fluoride, has tons of fluoride in it. And so the calcified pineal gland is where the body put the calcium when they were too far from the equator, which caused the rickets and those types of things. Even in certain religious texts and books, it talks about how important the pineal gland is. Actually, it states something similar to, it says, when you go to a place called pineal, there you would have seen the face of God. So you can look in your religious text and you can even find it. It's spelled P-E-N-I-E-L in religious texts. So it says the place of pineal is where you see the face of God. So that's your true connection to, all things. So sunlight is very important for your immune system and also for your spirituality. This is a quick video I just wanted to do. I'm about to get some exercise in. Hopefully everyone's getting enough sunlight and staying healthy out here and understanding the importance of not just eating well, but making sure that you're touching the earth, grounding yourself, taking your shoes off and touching the earth with your feet. Maybe looking at the sun a couple times throughout the day to help regulate your pineal gland, which helps regulate all the parts of your body, all the systems, and keeps them in certain rhythms. So if you have any questions, I know it's a quick video, post them in the comments. Always, I appreciate everyone's comments and likes, and anybody who subscribes. Keep it up. We'll continue to grow the content and expand, but it's just the beginning phases now. So everyone stay blessed and have a beautiful day.